So let's talk about something that's really changing the game for how businesses grow. We're going to look at a model pioneered by companies like Path to Excel that asks a really simple but powerful question. Why are you paying for marketing activity when you could just be paying for actual results?
All right, let me ask you this, especially if you're a business owner. Take a hard look at where your marketing dollars are going. Are you paying for effort? Things like clicks, impressions, just activity? Or are you paying for outcomes? I mean, real sales, new customers, actual, tangible growth. Because honestly, the difference between the two is everything. And this slide, it just lays it out so perfectly, right? On the left, you've got the old world, the chaos of effort. It's all the busy work that you hope will eventually lead to something. But on the right, you have the clarity of results. We're talking qualified leads, new customers, and a real measurable return on your investment. The whole goal is to get out of that chaos and into that clarity. And this whole focus on effort instead of results, well, that brings us right to what many people are calling the modern growth problem. For so many businesses out there, it's not that they don't want to grow. The real gut punch is the financial gamble of it all, just sinking money month after month into these campaigns with absolutely no guarantee of a return. You're basically investing in the hope of results, not the certainty of them. Okay, so if the big, scary problem is financial risk, then the solution, logically, has to about flipping that risk on its head, right? And this is where we get into the core philosophy of a model like Path to Excels. It's all about rewriting that traditional risky script. And this is the big idea right here, what they call an outcome-based strategy. This means no more paying a flat monthly fee whether the agency does a good job or not. Instead, the entire partnership is built around one thing: delivering real, measurable results. You only pay for what actually works. It's as simple as that. And they really put their money where their mouth is with a model called Leads as a Service, or LAS. It's incredibly straightforward. Step 1, they fund the advertising campaigns with their money. Step 2, they deliver genuinely qualified leads straight to you. And only then, at step 3, do you pay. And you only pay per lead. The entire upfront financial risk, it's on them, not you. So what does this all boil down to? A big, fat zero. That's the initial risk for you, the client, to get started. And that simple fact just completely removes the biggest hurdle for most businesses, that fear of pouring money into a campaign that might go nowhere. But here's the thing. That pay-per-lead model, it's not just some one-off trick. It's actually just one piece of a much bigger machine they call their growth engine. So this engine has four main parts that work together: high-level advisory services, building authority through branding and media, of course, driving opportunities with lead generation, and then executing it all with digital marketing. But the magic isn't just what they are, it's how they all work together, feeding into each other. Think of it this way. You're not just ordering a la carte from a menu of services. No, this is like a fully integrated system, an architecture, where every single piece is designed to work with the others to create growth that's predictable and repeatable, not just some lucky shot in the dark. Okay, so that all sounds great in theory, but what does it actually look like? Let's dive a little deeper and check out the specific tools inside this growth engine. Let's take a look at this table. It shows just how tailored these solutions are. If you're a business selling directly to people, that B2C LAS model makes total sense. Zero risk, you pay per lead. But what if you're a coach looking for high-value clients? Well, then you need a different tool, like their specialized LinkedIn service. And for pretty much any business, you can use AI chatbots to qualify leads around the clock. It's all about using the right tool for the job. And just to be clear, this isn't just about getting leads. The toolkit goes way beyond that. We're talking about things like custom AI solutions, getting your brand published on huge media sites, and even launching an e-commerce store without having to buy any inventory up front. It's a full spectrum approach, built for a modern business. Look, a model that's all about outcomes is pretty useless if you can't show the results, right? So let's get down to it and look at the actual numbers. First up, efficiency. Since they're the ones footing the bill for the ads, you better believe they're motivated to make every single penny count. And what happens? On average, a 40% drop in what it costs to get a new lead. That is a huge deal for any marketing budget. But it's not just about getting cheaper leads, it's about getting better ones. Look at this chart. On one side, you have your typical conversion rates, and on the other, Path to Excel's conversions, which are a whopping 3 times higher. That means these leads are way more likely to actually turn into paying customers. And check this out for their email marketing. For every single dollar spent, they're seeing a return of $44. That's not just a good ROI, that's an incredible one. It's exactly the kind of hard, measurable result we were talking about from the very beginning. And this is where the rubber meets the road. We've got a real client here, Elena, and she's not just saying it was great. She's giving us a hard number, a 35% plus conversion rate on her leads. That's the kind of tangible proof that makes this whole outcome-based philosophy just click. So, all of this, it really brings us to one final, really important question that every business owner should be asking themselves. So I want you to really think about your own growth strategy right now. Is it built on hope, where you spend the money, cross your fingers, and just hope for the best? Or is it built on outcomes, a system where your money actually guarantees a specific result? If that question makes you stop and think, maybe it's time to see what the other side looks like. The real idea here is to think about growth as a true partnership, not just a transaction. And that leaves us with a pretty powerful thought, doesn't it? What could you achieve if you could basically erase the financial risk from your growth plans?